Hi friends, welcome back to KPS Bio Tutorials. We have been discussing about immunology, and in the last episode we discussed about the innate immunity in detail, and today I would like to talk about the adaptive immunity. As we already discussed, the adaptive immunity, as the name indicates, it is adapted after encountering with an antigen. That means it is the immunological response elicited after encountering with an antigen. That is, this is the immunity developed after the entry of the antigen into our body. And we can discuss about adaptive immunity in detail in today's episode. So over to the topic. Dear friends, welcome back to the topic. Adaptive immunity displays four characteristic attributes. There are major four features for the adaptive immunity. These features are not there in the innate immunity. Actually, these features make the adaptive immunity very special. Let us look at the different attributes of the adaptive immunity. First of all, the antigenic specificity. It is the first and foremost attribute of the adaptive immunity. They possess antigenic specificity. That means they can distinguish differences among antigens. Antibodies can distinguish between two proteins that differ in only a single amino acid. Antigenic specificity means it is the ability of our immune system or ability of the adaptive immune system to distinguish different types of antigens. The antigens or pathogens have numerous surface molecules. In the surface of the antigens there will be different types of chemical compounds. These chemical compounds are actually distinguished by the recognition molecules produced by our immune system. Mostly the recognition molecules are antibodies. So these antibodies can distinguish differences in these chemical compounds present on the surface of antigens. The antibodies can even distinguish between two proteins that are differing in only single amino acid. So the antibodies have that much specificity. It enables the antibodies to distinguish between two proteins that differ only in single amino acids. So this adaptive immunity is highly specific. So that is meant by the antigenic specificity. Then the second attribute is the diversity. Our immune system is able to generate tremendous diversity in its recognition molecules. I told you the important recognition molecule produced by our immune system is antibodies. The diversity of antibodies is enormous, that it allows to recognize billions of unique structures on foreign antigens. So that much diversity is produced by the immune system. This diversity actually produces the antigenic specificity. So to have this much specificity, there should be this much diverse, there should be enormous diverse antibodies. So diversity is the second attribute of the adaptive immunity. That means this adaptive immunity can produce diverse types of recognition molecules or antibodies. Then the third attribute of the adaptive immunity is immunologic memory. This immune system can create an immunologic memory. That means when an antigen is encountered by the adaptive immune system, and it can generate an immunologic memory of the antigen encountered, and it will keep the memory, and when there is a second encounter with the same antigen, it induce a heightened state of immune reactivity, a very rapid and enormous immune activity will be produced and immune response will be elicited against that antigen when it comes for the second encounter. And thereby, this immunological memory confers lifelong immunity to many infectious agents after an initial encounter. You might have heard about certain disease like chickenpox. When it is happened once in the life of an individual, the individual may attain lifelong immunity against that particular disease. This is because of this memory kept by our immune system. This memory is kept actually in the form of memory B cells. Depending upon the life of the memory B cells, the immunity will be lasted. So the duration of the immunity is depending on the life of the memory B cell. The life of memory B cell may vary with different types of antigens. So certain diseases get lifelong immunity, certain diseases get only a short time immunity. So that depends upon the antigen encountered and the types of memory B cells created. So this is the third attribute of the adaptive immunity, that is immunologic memory. This kind of a memory is not produced during the innate immunity. Then the last attribute, the fourth attribute, is self or non-self recognition. Our immune system normally responds only to foreign antigen. That means our immune system can recognize self molecules, that means the molecules present in our own body or the cells and organs present in our own body, that is recognized by our immune system. That recognition, the ability of the self recognition, is conferred by the adaptive immunity and not by the innate immunity. So adaptive immunity can recognize self. So self and non-self recognition is a function of adaptive immunity. These are the major four attributes of adaptive immunity. These four attributes are not there in the innate immunity. The antibodies and lymphocytes are considered to be the principal players of the adaptive immunity. The immunological molecules, antibodies, as well as the lymphocyte B and T lymphocytes present in our blood, are the key players of the adaptive immunity. The interplay of innate and adaptive immunity eliminates foreign invaders. Not only the adaptive immunity or innate immunity, both of these adaptive and innate immunity together function to eliminate foreign invaders. I told you innate immunity is the first line defense against infection of a pathogen, whereas adaptive immunity is the most accurate and most reliable immunity against a pathogen. So both these immunities are important. When the innate immunity fails, the adaptive immunity works. Or in some case, innate immunity stimulates adaptive immunity. For example, in the case of phagocytes, when phagocytosis of a particular pathogen occurs, the phagocytes molecules or the certain molecules obtained as a result of phagocytosis of certain pathogens can evoke the adaptive immunity. In this way, both adaptive and innate immunity interplay to eliminate a foreign pathogen. So this is about adaptive immunity. I hope all of you understood well about the topic, and we can discuss the remaining part of the topic immunology in the coming episodes. So till then, goodbye to all of you.